Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We are here at Coldwater High School to bring you high school baseball district semifinal action when number 3 New Bremen takes on number 2 St. Henry. Today's game is sponsored by the following sponsors: Minster Bank, Schwederman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, NKTelco, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, Cargill, Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, Moran Refrigeration, and First National Bank, all bringing you today's baseball game between New Bremen and St. Henry. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Dave Kanapke. And we've got a great baseball matchup here tonight from Coldwater in the district semifinals. Minster advances. First of all, the story that before tonight's game, Minster will advance to the district finals and face the winner of these two teams.
Yeah, two good teams have had good records. St. Minster upset the number 1 seed Lincoln Butte. St. Henry the number 2 seed, 19-6 overall. And they play New Bremen, number 3 seed, 20-5 overall. Both these teams, good, solid team. They play good fundamental, very good pitching and defense between these two squads.
Great pitching matchup tonight. Alleg versus Deitch.
Two of the best pitchers in the MAC. Riley Deitch, 6-1, 0.78 ERA, 45 innings pitched. He has 41 strikeouts, only 14 bases on balls, a very good ratio there, about 3-1. Spencer Alec, 54 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts, so more than 1 strikeout per innings pitched, only 13 walks, about a 5-1 ratio. 6-1 on the season. His only loss was earlier in the season at St. Henry, where they lost a tough game 3-0.
Good pitching matchup also. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
First to the Cardinals. Defense is always big in these games. When they played St. Henry, they had 2 earned runs early in that 3-0 loss, so that's always big. Confidence. This is a big game for them. They've rebuilt their program, and they need to play with confidence and come up with the big plays when they need to. And then for the St. Henry Redskins, they need to score some runs. They've had several of their games where they don't score a lot of runs. They play great pitching defense. If they can scratch enough runs, they're very tough to beat. And then what Coach Dorner likes to do is play small ball. Small ball is always big. If you can get down your leadoff batter gets on, if you can get the bunt down, that plays good in tournament.
We'll be back with our starting lineup. We'll take a break and return right after this.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting New Bremen Cardinals. 20-5 overall under Coach Wells.
You have Selby, Tankman, Hayes. Berkey's your cleanup batter. Patrick Hell's a catcher. Berkey, Vonderhaar, Overman, Blickel. Very solid lineup. You look at the averages, very even through the up and down the order for the Cardinals.
We'll be back with our first pitch right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Back here at Coldwater, a district semifinal game between New Bremen and St. Henry just about to get underway. Riley Deitch on the mound for the St. Henry Redskins, 19-6 overall. Deitch very impressive in the regular season with a 6-1 record. ERA well under 1 at .778. And as we mentioned in our pregame, he'll face Spencer Alleg, who has some very similar numbers, but leading off for the Cardinals will be Grant Selby. And as you look at this, you mentioned it in our pregame, Dave, this is kind of a big step for New Bremen. The program under Chad Wells has steadily been on the rise, and they have a very experienced squad here. And tonight's game is really a statement game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I believe it's the first time in 10 years they've qualified for the district, but it's their third straight winning season. So Coach Wells talked before the season, taking the next step. This game would be the next step for them.
Grant Selby, number 13, will step in to home plate for the Cardinals, and he'll take a pitch from Deitch on the outside corner for a strike. And this district semifinal game on a beautiful evening is underway. 72 degrees and actual sunshine, and David almost feels like a little bit of summer with the humidity creeping upon us.
Finally, after a long, long wait, and it's dry is the key thing here today.
Deitch's delivery swung on and fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Deitch throws a good fastball, but he also throws a little bit off speed. It's kind of a knuckle type curve. It'll dance a little bit. He doesn't strike out a whole lot, but he has very good location. Very good control pitcher.
Line drive, right field is going to be caught there by Seifring, and that'll be the first out as Selby hit it well, but on a line to right field, and that's out number 1 for the Cardinals.
Seifring did a nice jump on that ball. His first step was right away in, and I thought it was going to fall, but the senior Seifring with a nice play and right.
And that's a little bit of a sun field here tonight.
Yeah. Be tough conditions. You have the sun field, and then later on they'll play underneath the lights. His first pitch is a strike, and probably both teams have not played under the lights all season long.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting part of tonight's game as it develops, as the lights are on right now as we started the game. Justin Tinkman, he'll line one into left field, and the .338 hitter has the first hit of the game for the New Bremen Cardinals, and Tinkman is aboard with a single to left center.
Nice hit there to the left field. He took it to the opposite way. 2 solid hit balls so far for the Cardinals. The first one was a line drive out. That one a nice solid line drive to left field.
Mitchell Hayes will step into the batter's box. Hayes had a great season for the Cardinals, hitting .442, 22 RBIs and a home run, and that ball in the dirt by Deitch. St. Henry had a tune-up game on Monday, or earlier in the week, against Van Wert, I believe, and outcome not so good for the Redskins. An 8-5 loss against obviously an outstanding Van Wert team that shared the WBL title with Defiance.
Yeah, a little ugly. They had 5 errors and they walked 11 batters. That's not like St. Henry's played all season long.
Ground ball, shortstop to second, over to first, and that's a double play in the first inning. For New Bremen is over. Our score after a half inning of play, New Bremen nothing, and St. Henry coming to bat.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Back here at Coldwater, the St. Henry Redskins will head to the batter's box. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Redskins, 19-6 overall on the season.
Yeah, pretty solid lineup, led off by the second baseman Jay Froning, shortstop Dalen Froning, hitting third to first baseman, left-handed hitting Sam Layfeld, the pitcher Riley Deitch, a cleanup batter, Ethan Tiemann, a left fielder, right fielder Mark Seifring, third baseman Andrew Lange, hitting eighth is catcher Kent Busher. Tyler Dehan, the center fielder, rounds it out. Very strong, especially the top part of the lineup. The top 5 or 6 are pretty good, especially Kanapke and Deitch, both 2-time All-MAC, and second baseman Jay Kanapke will lead us off.
St. Henry, 19-6 overall on the season, and stepping into the batter's box, Jay Kanapke, number 6, the second baseman. Alig's pitch, strike one on the outside corner.
Kanapke started off this season playing in center field, and about halfway through the season, he switched to second base. 3-year starter for Coach Dorner.
Fastball, a little bit low, and it evens the count at 1-1. Kanapke at 397, and these two teams have some pretty good batting averages overall, Dave.
Yeah, St. Henry 308 as a team. New Bremen 347.
Bouncer to third base. Strong throw by Overman, and they get him.
Nice job by Overman. He was aggressive, but he backed off. He didn't want to get that in-between hop, and he got the hop and a nice strong throw across the diamond to nip Kanapke.
Tough play, and Overman comes up big in that one, and there's one out. Here in the bottom of the first is Dalen Froning will step into the plate. There you see him, number 11. Patrick Wells behind the plate there for the Cardinals. Nice view of the action there as Alig delivers it home. Swing and a miss.
Alig has pitched a lot of the big games for him this year. He won the complete game win 3-0 over Marion Local in this sectional final. He had a no-hitter earlier in the season as well.
The lefty brings it home. Fouled away by Froning. And Alig is up with 2 strikes.
Alig's 10th start of the season, 6-1, 54 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts. So he gets more than 1 strikeout per inning pitched.
Two-strike pitch, a little bit outside. Cardinal fans oohing and eyeing over that one. Just a great setting for a high school baseball game here at Coldwater. Fans are right on the field. Get a great view of it. Ground ball tapped back to the mound. It's going to be a tight play, and Alec's throw will get him. He can throw it, and he can play defense. Nice play by Spencer Alec.
That was a nice play, especially for a left-handed pitcher, because he has to field that and then pivot all the way around, where if you're a right-hander, you catch it and then just halfway. So I didn't know if he was going to get it, but he just nipped Froning. So 2 good defensive plays so far for the Cardinals.
I thought Froning was going to beat it out when it was first hit, and we talked about a little bit before the game about the grass here is a little bit slow. I guess it's natural surface. There's a foul, and that ball didn't move very far.
I know in the first game in Minster they had some infield hits that at first I didn't really think it went pretty slow. They were able to beat them out. There turned out to be some key hits that Minster had in that 14-1 win.
Leifeld at the plate. He'll take the fastball a little bit high and away. Count is even at 1-1.
Leifeld, first team All-MAC. Actually, the first 4 batters in this lineup, all first team MAC.
Alec's delivery. Straight up in the infield. Hey.
Ooh. They caught it.
They'll catch it, and that's the out. And for St. Henry, no runs, no hits. After 1 inning of play, our score, New Bremen nothing, St. Henry nothing. We'll be back right after this.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
New Bremen will send Ryan Berkey to the plate, number 17. He'll step in against Riley Deitch, and the first inning goes as we thought it might. Good defense, good pitching, and we enter the second. Let's see what Zach Berkey, a 383 hitter, can do against Deitch. He'll foul it out of play to the right.
Bremen had a couple hard hit balls in the first inning. One of them was a line out to right, but another one was a base hit, but a good turnover to double play for St. Henry end of the inning.
Fouled straight up, and it's going to be out of play. Count goes to 2 strikes.
Sorry, Dave, you talked about the crowd earlier. We got pretty well a full house. You got a lot of New Bremen fans on the right side. The third base side, you have a lot of St. Henry fans. You see the Minster teams watching down the left field line.
Strike 3. Berkey will take it. I think he thought it was maybe outside and high, but I think tonight you're going to have to be swinging.
Yeah, it was one of those pitch at the letters. You see that in Major League Baseball, they're calling more of the high strike. Maybe the umpire's calling the same. It doesn't matter as long as you're consistent, and that was strike 3 there.
Patrick Wells, the Cardinals catcher, will step in to the batter's box. He'll take a strike, and boy, these pitchers are just dealing strikes. It's what you like to see.
It's going to be who can scratch some runs off some good pitchers.
Ground ball, shortstop has it. Up and over, and Froning with a nice play made that one look easy, and it's 6-3, and we've got 2 outs.
Yeah, one to his left there. Froning just gracefully moved over, caught it, nice pivot over for the second out.
That brings Zach Berkey to the plate, number 3. He'll bat from the left side. Cardinals left fielder. Foul to the backstop.
We talked about the first team MAC players for St. Henry. They had 4 of them. New Bremen, 5 of them. Zach Berkey, one of them, as long as Spencer Alec, Ryan Berkey, Mitchell Hayes, and Grant Selby. Congratulations to all them young gentlemen.
Lots of good players on this field tonight. Wind is blowing out to left field.
You see the flag moving in that direction. It's not a big wind, but it's probably a deceiving wind, more than you think there is.
2-strike pitch, just misses on the outside corner to the lefty Berkey. In the first game tonight, Lincoln View and Minster, the breeze to left field definitely was a factor.
There's a couple balls hit. I know by height rank, they seem like they really carried a lot more than I thought they were going to. Hit a couple off the wall.
It's a called 3rd strike in the top of the 2nd is history. Our score, New Bremen 0, St. Henry 0. We'll return right after this.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us! For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Bottom of the 2nd, and St. Henry will send Riley Deitch, number 2, the pitcher, to the plate. Deitch will lead it off. He'll be followed by Ethan Tiemann and Mark Seifring as they try to get something going against Spencer Alleg. And we're in a scoreless battle here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Deitch, a very good ball player. When he's not pitching, he plays right field usually. Years past, he's played the infield. Just one of those players that can play any position and play it very well.
346 on the season is Deitch, so he swings a pretty good stick. Alex pitch way outside. That might be the first time he's been behind in a batter.
He was pretty efficient in that first inning.
Through the first 4 batters of tonight's game. Second pitch is a strike. Counts even at 1. St. Henry coach John Dorner. Down at 3rd base, here comes the delivery. Ground ball right side, Selby. Good position, up and over, and Deitch is out 4-3.
Davey talked about Coach Dorner. What a career he's had. 30 years. He's had 3 state titles, only 4 losing seasons. He's had 14 straight winning seasons.
1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Popped up. Foul territory. Oh, it's going to land in fair territory. They almost get him at first base. And that wind that we talked about plays a little bit of havoc. We'll wait and see what the official scorekeeper rules on that one. Cardinals were all in foul territory, and then the ball came back in just inside the line. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. So the first base runner for St. Henry will reach on a pop fly error.
As you mentioned, the wind there, it looked like Berkey, the first baseman, was going to get it, and then it was too close, and then the second baseman was going to get it, and all of a sudden he was in foul territory, had to reach back, and tough play, break here maybe for St. Henry.
See if Alec can recover from that unusual play.
And Tiemann,
I think they gave the error on the second baseman, correct?
I would think so. He's the one who touched it. Tiemann
to
thought
have
it was foul. He didn't even run it out completely until the last minute.
And that's a great point, and they almost had a play at first base on him. That's a strike. Count 1-1. Mark Seifring, the Redskins right fielder, takes a look at Coach Dorner at third base. Not much of a lead for Tiemann at first. Alec, of course, a lefty. He'll keep the runners at bay at first as the foul off the catcher's chest protector and mask. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Seifring, one of 8 seniors on this team. When he was younger, he was really a tall, thin kid, and boy, he has really filled out. A very strong kid. But if he hits that ball, he's going to go a long way. He's been really their second pitcher. He's had a really good season pitching as well. He actually had the complete game win against New Bremen when they played each other back on April 10th during the regular season.
Seifring, a .315 hitter. Fouls it out of play. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Tiemann is on board at first for St. Henry on the air. Seifring behind in the count. Here comes Alec's delivery. Right side, right at the first baseman, Berkey, and he'll tag the bag, and that's a double play. And another double play, and that will end the second inning of play. Our score, New Bremen nothing, St. Henry nothing. We'll be back right after this.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Top of the third inning, and Busher tosses it down to second. Let's take another look at that last play. The line drive, nice play by Berkey, and boy, not much Tiemann can do. Line drive, he takes that extra step just as a reaction, and they double it up.
Yeah, Seifring, when he hit that, is probably thinking, I got a base hit. It's like, oh, and it's like, you say nothing, you play. Berkey executed a nice job. Double play to go to the third.
Aaron Vonderhaar, the designated hitter, will step to the plate for the Cardinals. He's number 22. He'll take that pitch a little bit high and outside. No score on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard as we are now in the third inning. Up the middle, and that's going to get past Froning and into center field, and that's a base hit. And Vonderhaar leads off with a solid single to center. Cardinals' second hit of the night. That'll bring Tyler Overman, Cardinals' third baseman, and that means that Chad Wells will go through a string of signs from his third base coaching position.
Probably a good chance here, sacrifice situation, high school baseball, that leadoff batter on, especially your 8th place hitter. Probably going to put one down, and what most pitchers do, like Deitch did there, is you throw to first, and a lot of times the batter will square around at the first movement and tips it off, but Overman didn't do that, but we'll see if the bunt is on. Lange's in at third.
Lange's coming hard from third base, but Overman will foul it to the backstop. So now Deitch goes up on Overman with 1 strike.
And Deitch is probably going to want to keep throwing fastballs, especially throw them a little high in the zone. It's always tough to bunt a high pitch. And if you're the batter, if that pitch is higher than your bat level, you let it go because you can't reach up to bunt.
Bryce Blickel on deck for the Cardinals. He'll pull it back and take a ball. First baseman also, Layfeld coming hard from the first base side. Third baseman also, he's in on the grass by a good 10 feet or so.
There's a lot of moving parts on this play.
Yeah, and the second baseman, Kanapke, was rolling to first base on the play.
You know,
timeout.
Major leaguers make it look so easy, but you have so many, like you said, moving parts. Everybody's moving. The shortstop's going to go to second. That second baseman's got to get over to first, and sometimes he's moving when the throw's coming there. So it's good execution if you can make it happen. Oh, good bunt.
Right out front. It's going to work. I think he thought he almost got hit there, so Overman gets the job done, though I think he was trying to get out of the way of the pitch more than anything.
Yeah, that was just self-protection. That was in tight, and he just put the bat there. He didn't even know he hit it because he didn't even start running, but he did his job, and he gets the glad hand as he goes to the dugout.
Blickel will step in, and now there's a runner at second base, and Aaron Vandahar for the Cardinals, so they can take the lead possibly with a base hit here as we go to Blickel and then the top of the order. Could be a wild pitch, and that'll move the runner to third base.
A little bit of an off-speed pitch off to the outside that Busher couldn't corral, and now you have a runner on third base with one out.
So the sacrifice and the wild pitch puts the Cardinal runner in Vandahar at third base. Now Blickel hits it to the right side. Redskins playing very tight on this one.
Yeah, they're not really playing completely in like you would, like you're playing it in. They're playing like it, not completely back, kind of halfway. They're kind of conceding the run if it's a slow ground ball at all.
Straight up the middle. Froning has it. He'll throw him out at first base, and the run will score. Blickel gets the RBI on the ground out.
Nice job, a hard hit ball. There was no way Froning could have got that ball, and if they would have played all the way in, he wouldn't even got that. So
if he was playing tight, that was a base hit.
Yeah, so in that regard, they got the second out, but for New Bremen, they score the first run.
Good job by Bryce Blickel by putting the bat on the ball and getting that run home. Grant Selby at the plate. Lined out to right field and leading the game off for the Cardinals. Ground ball, right side. Knapke up and over to Layfeld, and that's going to be the third inning. But the Cardinals take the lead. Our score after 2.5 innings of play, New Bremen 1 and St. Henry nothing. We'll be back right after this.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Back here at Coldwater, the Cardinals of New Bremen have a 1-0 lead over St. Henry. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Wilson Health, caring without limits. Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, servicing communities for over 95 years. Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door. Moran's Refrigeration, your appliance expert serving Northwest Ohio for over 70 years. PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. Schwieterman Pharmacy, pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta. New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture, all bringing you tonight's game between New Bremen and St. Henry. We've got a good one from Coldwater. It's 1-0. New Bremen with the early lead and what appears to be a good pitching matchup in the district semifinals. Number 14, Andrew Lange, steps to the plate. He's the Redskins' third baseman. Comes the second pitch from Allig. Ground ball. It goes off Allig right to Berkey at first, and he's going to step on the bag for the out. How about that one, Dave?
That's not your typical 1-3 out, you know.
Let's see, we got a 1-3 ground out.
Yeah, 1-3 ground out. You think, oh, it's just an easy one back to the pitcher, but it went off of his leg, I think, And Berkey had to come a little bit to get that, and he did a nice job of getting it and getting over. Sometimes people worry about running over there before they get the ball, but Berkey with a nice job.
Unusual play, and that brings Kemp Busher, number 26, the St. Henry catcher, to the plate. Fastball a little bit high.
Berkey's had a little bit of a good luck charm the last 2 plays. After that play, that ricocheted right to him, and then he had the line drive that went to him to end the second inning. So he's been Johnny on the spot so far.
Ground ball, left side. Could be a base hit. Alec with the play. The throw not in time. And Busher beats it out for an infield hit.
Tough play for anybody. I think Overman probably had a better chance to catch it and throw it, and that his momentum was going that way where Alec had to move the other way. I'm not sure either one would have had it as Busher legs out the infield hit.
Tyler Dehan will step in to the batter's box for the Redskins. Runner at first and Busher. Redskins' first hit. See what they can do. They're going to bunt the runner. Bunt goes to the first base side, but it's going to roll foul. Picked up by Wells.
Dehan played JV the first half of the season. About midway through, Coach Dorner moved him up, mostly for his defense in center field. They wanted to have different positions to move him, need a center fielder, and he's done a nice job in center field. It's unusual. Usually you don't bunt with one out, but you have the top of the order up. Dehan looks like he'll probably put down the bunt here, try to move the runner over.
He'll pull back, and he'll take a ball. Count even at 1-1.
You know, it's one of those that if you get the bunt down, we talked about those moving parts, you make New Bremen make a play. Sometimes when you make the other team make plays, something good happens for your team, something bad happens for the defense. And
so very true. Squares around, he's going to bunt it foul, so that runs the count to 1-2 strikes. Dehan will take another look at Dorner, but at third base, and here comes a series of signs to Tyler, number 4, as you see him in our picture, as the umpire does a little groundskeeping.
Dehan, just a sophomore, you know. Obviously, his first tournament game, he wants to do his job so bad here. I would not be surprised if he tries to bunt with 2 strikes here.
Third baseman Overman is in on the grass at third base. He's going to try it again. It's going to be outside. Count will even at 2.
So yeah, Berkey holding on the runner at first base. He'll charge as soon as he can, but he wants to keep Busher on as long as he can.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 as he fouls it to the backstop. Second out of the inning for the Cardinals, and we go back to the top of the order and Jake Kanapke.
It's actually the first strikeout of the game for Alec.
That's almost hard to believe, isn't it? But it is.
We talked about, you know, he has more than 1 strikeout per inning, but both teams making contact so far, and the defense has been playing good.
A lot of ground balls against Alec, though, which is a good sign. Ground ball, shortstop. Should be the inning. They'll get the force at second, and that's it. Top of the third, or the bottom of the third is over, and our score, New Bremen 1, St. Henry 0. We'll be back right after this.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
1-0 is our score as we move into the 4th inning of play. Cardinals will send Justin Tinkman to the plate. Justin had a single to left center in the 1st inning. Left-handed batter. He'll step to the plate. Deitch's first pitch. In the dirt, ball 1.
Dave, you talked about this lineup being solid. I was looking at the averages. All but one, everybody's hitting 290 or higher, and there's 2 of them over 400. That's solid all the way up and down.
If you take a look at the New Bremen team stats, what they're overall as a team, they're hitting 347.
347. I think the Reds would take that.
The Reds would take 247. Ground ball foul, and that's the first strike from Deitch, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, and St. Henry's, they're at 308, as we said earlier, but boy, 347 is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's they come in here, have won their last 7 in a row, so they're playing their best baseball of the season.
That ball's inside, and we've got a 3-1 count. Deitch has been very effective in his pitch count, so 3 balls and 1 strike. Tankman will ground it to first base. Deitch over to cover, and it's a 3-1 put out, and Tankman is out number 1. Good fundamental baseball there, Dave.
Yeah, Lefeld made that look a little easier. That was kind of an in-between hop, and he caught that, and Deitch with a nice, wasn't the best toss there, but Deitch did a nice athletic play to convert the sometimes always tricky 3-1 play.
Mitchell Hayes, a sophomore shortstop for the Cardinals, steps to the plate. He'll swing and foul it in the dirt right at home plate.
We talked about all those averages, and he has the highest 442, and I think his on-base percentage is 561.
561. Wow, that's impressive. Pitch is up a little bit from Deitch, and it evens the count at 1-1.
I couldn't even hit that good slow pitch softball.
No. I know I couldn't. Wouldn't matter anyway. I couldn't get to first base because I couldn't run. Ball's a little bit low. Count evens at 1-1. Or make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Excuse me. Hayes is up in the count. They'll call that one just a little bit low. And now it's 3-1. So what do you think, Dave? You let him hit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ground ball. Froning will have it. Over to first and Lefeld, and the second out is recorded here in the top of the 4th by the Redskins.
Yeah, I was just checking. Neither pitcher has walked a batter yet.
You're not allowed to say that. We're also on target for something I said earlier, too, but I don't want to jinx that any more than I can. I said this game could be a fast one. Deitch, ground ball, third baseman will have it. Lange up and throwing, got him. Top of the 4th is over. After 3.5, our score, New Bremen 1 and St. Henry 0. We'll be back right after this.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Dalen Froning will come to the plate for St. Henry to lead the fourth inning off. And the Redskins so far through 3 innings have had a slow roller base hit to third base has been it. And Froning will step in to see if they can mount some kind of an offensive attack against Spencer Allig, who has done a pretty good job here through 3.
Alec is throwing strikes, working quickly. Only 1 strikeout. St. Henry's usually, both teams are swinging early in the count.
And once in a while getting the right bounce.
Yeah.
First pitch in the dirt, that's ball 1. Lange at 270 on the season. Ground ball, left side in the hole. Hayes up and throwing, and he cannot make the play, and that's a base hit. Boy, what a great effort by Mitchell Hayes. Good work there by the catcher Patrick Wells in backing up the play at first. That takes great hustle, and it's a base hit anyway.
Yeah, it was a nice job. I really thought it was going to be in left field, but Hayes didn't give up on it, and Froning able to beat it out. So 2 hits now for St. Henry. Both have not left the infield.
Great effort there by Hayes, and like I said, good hustle by the catcher backing it up at first base. So Froning will be on first base as Sam Layfeld will step to the plate.
And here's the situation, leadoff batter on. Kind of the textbook is you like to bunt the guy out, but this is your number 3 batter. Do you bunt your number 3 batter here? And Alec throws over to first to see if Layfeld tips it off. On the corners, they're staying back. I think they're swinging away.
And Layfeld's second to the team in hitting at 381. Only Jake Kanapke with a better average here so far this season.
Froning, pretty good speed, has stolen 7 bases on the season.
Got a good lead over there against the lefty Allig. Allig will bring it home. He has the advantage. That's a strike.
Boy, nice pitch by Alec. Hard on the outside and low, hit the corner. And boy, if you're a lefty hitter, if you're a lefty hitter, especially in high school, you don't see a lot of lefties. Nope. So, and you see a pitch like that, it's like, wow.
Lefty against lefty here. Layfeld digs in. Shows bunt.
Just missed.
Count will be even at 1-1.
I think maybe Coach Joyner and Sam Layfeld saw how nasty the first pitch was and said, maybe we just better bunt here and move the runner over. But we'll see what he does here. It's kind of almost a fake bunt. It wasn't like a full commit to a sacrifice.
Let's see what happens. There's a view from the outfield.
You see some of the crowd there. Nice crowd on a beautiful night. Not only St. Henry and New Bremen people, you see some Fort Recovery people. Of course, there's a lot of Coldwater people here, Minster people watching the second game. Just a great night for high school baseball.
Lefty on lefty. They'll try and get him at first, but he's back safely.
And the flip side of having your number 3 hitter sacrifice is he's a good hitter, so normally he's not asked to sacrifice a lot, so you're putting him in a tougher spot.
He throws him inside. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough to bunt a ball, especially high and inside, and Alleg's got pretty good placement with that fastball, so let's see what happens. A number. Overman again up and throwing. They got the runner at first. Good solid defensive play there by Overman on a slow roller. That's the first out. It does get the runner to second base on the fielder's choice, but
yeah, it did the same thing as the sacrifice is what Layfeld tried a couple times, and he ended up, the slow roller was effectively the same thing. So now you have the cleanup batter Deitch coming to the plate with a runner in scoring position.
Deitch grounded out to the second baseman in his first at bat. Froning at second for St. Henry represents the tying run for St. Henry. Allig out of the stretch. He'll take a look back at Froning. Second baseman Selby sneaks in. Ground ball, third base. Overman, one more time. Tyler Overman getting a pretty good workout there at third base and responding to the challenge, too.
Nice job there by Overman in that. When that ball's going to the runner is going from second to third, so out of the corner of your eye, I'm sure you can see that runner moving to third base. You can block that out, and he rockets it over to third base for the second out.
That'll bring Tiemann to the plate. He hit the unusual pop fly down the right field line that was dropped by the second baseman. So he reached on an error in his first at bat. He rips it, but he got around on it. He finds the batting cages way down the left field line.
That's the deepest anybody has hit it off of either pitcher tonight. But he was way early on that.
But it's only a strike, Dave.
Exactly. If you're Alec, that's what you have to say. It's just a loud strike. It didn't matter. I'm up 0-1.
He was in front of it, that's for sure. He goes outside. Just misses on that one. Came in on him on the first one, then he went back out on the second pitch. So we're even at 1-1.
Trying to work the different quadrants of the strike zone, inside, out, see what he comes here on the 1-1 pitch.
He'll foul it out to the right side, and he'll go ahead in the count at 1-2 strikes. Cardinal fans start making some noise here as the count goes to 1-2 strikes. They know they got their ace on the mound. Here comes a big pitch right here. A pitcher's pitch. I'd have caught it.
Yeah, it was right. If that screen wasn't in the way, I would have ducked, but you could catch it.
I had it. I can say that. There's fence and glass between me and the ball.
Tiemann hanging tough. He was a key member of the football team that qualified for the playoffs, the basketball team that went to state. Hanging tough here.
1-2 strike pitch. Another foul. Tiemann's a battler. 306 batting average on the season. On base, 362%.
He's making Alec work.
Alec peers in at his catcher, Patrick Wells. He's got the sign. Here comes the delivery. A little bit high. Surprised Tiemann didn't go after that one.
It's hard after you fouled off a few, but, you know, by fouling off so many, you make the pitcher and the manager say, okay, now where should I pitch it different to try to get him out? He went high. Let's see if he goes back to the low pitch.
Tough pitch for Tiemann to lay off. Ground ball, third base, Overman, first to Bertke. All three putouts thanks to Tyler Overman. And the fourth is history for St. Henry. Our score, New Bremen 1, St. Henry nothing. Will return right after this.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
At CAPT, we use Hometown Opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Number 12, catcher Patrick Wells. You see him on the on-deck circle there. Number 12, he's going to step into the plate as we move right along to the top of the fifth inning. Wells, a 309 hitter. I'll tell you, Dave, I'm very impressed with the way Wells handles himself. backing that play up at first base there and on defense, that's a tremendous hustle play for a catcher.
Yeah, it is. You got all that gear on, and
he hits this one straight up. Deitch is going to come in and not make the catch. He'll overrun it. It's a very tough play for the catcher, especially at twilight. And I don't think those kids I don't think they get very many opportunities to catch that foul ball like that.
And that ball always will have some backspin or whatever. It'll always move back towards the field. And that's another one of those major leaguers make it look so easy, but that, like you say, they don't get that many.
The ball will
plays
come
at
back
that.
to you.
Yes.
And that's a hard thing to learn.
He was helping out the catcher, and he got too far in.
Yep.
We'll see if it matters here as that pitch goes outside. If he gets the out here, it didn't make any difference, but if he reaches, we'll see, I guess.
Pitch to Wells. He'll swing and a miss. Inside fastball. Yeah, that's a tough play when a foul. Catcher's actually got to go out towards the plate or step towards the plate and then turn back around. But the key is how well he'll read it off the bat, which is extremely tough. And Deitch pulls the string, and that's a strikeout.
Wow, nasty pitch. That curveball dropped. It was not just dropping up and down. That was moving.
That is a tough pitch.
It's one of those you just let go and just hope they call it a ball because you ain't going to hit it.
Called third strike. That'll bring Zach Berkey to the plate. Hitting .373. Left fielder for the Cardinals.
Third strikeout of the game for Deitch.
1 ball, no strike. A shot to the shortstop, and Froning will handle it. He might have had time to make the play, but he holds on to it. So that'll be an E6, unfortunately, for Froning. Tough play, as it was a line drive by Berkey, and it was a one-hop.
Berkey being the left-handed batter, from where I could see the angle there, it was moving a little bit. It was tailing it. You often see off the left-handed batter, and I don't think Froning got quite over there, and I think it might have skipped on him just a little bit. Just a tough play.
Ball was hard hit. It was out there in a hurry. And that'll bring Aaron Vonderhaar to the plate for the Cardinals. Deitch checks his runner. Berkey with a decent lead. Ground ball over the head of the third baseman and into left field, and the Cardinals here in the fifth will mount a threat against Deitch.
They got a break there, and that ball hit the first cut there by the home plate there, that ring there. It hit that and bounced way over the head of the third baseman. If it hits a couple inches further, that's probably a ground ball double play to the third baseman.
Lange had no
shot because it went way over his head.
That thing took a giant bounce.
But I'm impressed with how hard Bremen is hitting Deitch after Deitch shut him out in a complete game. Of course, that's over a month ago, so a lot of things have changed. And they haven't hit any really in the air, very few in the air, but hard ground balls.
Tyler Overman will take a timeout, and he'll ease out of the batter's box. Runners at first and second. This is a big at bat here with 1 out for the Cardinals. They lead 1-0, top of the fifth. Deitch's delivery. They're going to bunt. It's straight back. Let's see where the pitcher goes. Looked at second. He'll go to first and get him, as Kanapke is over in time to make the play, but Overman goes tumbling down on the sacrifice.
Yeah, Kanapke, I don't know if he tripped over Kanapke. There's a little bit of confusion on who was covering first, Layfeld or Kanapke. And Kanapke didn't have his foot there right away. He caught it and put his foot on. I think he tripped Overman, and
Overman he's down. And
for a while, Kanapke went over to look at him before calling timeout. Runner on third there. Berkey could have broken for the plate, but
Overman will be okay as he heads to the New Bremen dugout as the Cardinal trainer quickly on the job.
So that's one of those sacrifice bunts that you do with 1 out. So now you have 2 runners on, but you have 2 outs. But you're both in scoring position. It's one of those, if you get a hit here, it was a huge play, a big play.
Bryce Blickel steps into the batter's box. Almost a wild pitch. And I'll tell you, Busher saved a run that time.
Yes, he did a great job there. He just threw his body there. Right now, Deitch and him want to talk this through. These are big runs here. In tournament, it's a lot of times it's when you score, and if you get that lead, if you just play add one more on, makes it tougher and tougher for the other team. And these are two big runs there. And I think Deitch and Busher realize that.
We've got 2 outs, runners at second and third for the Cardinals. Deitch will step off the mound, take a deep breath, step back onto the mound. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the delivery. In the air, right field. Seifring is there, and he loses the ball. It's going to go off his glove. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and Blickel will go into second base on the error by the right fielder.
Well, it looked like he had it. I don't know if he relaxed at the last minute. I don't know if he lost it in the lights, but he had to move a little bit, so he had to come a little bit of ways. Could have relaxed a little bit. I got it and took his eye off it last minute. So a tough break for St. Henry, but a big break for New Bremen as Coach Dorner will come out to talk to the team.
I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity baseball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Friday, May 24th at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday, May 26th at 3:30 p.m. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. As we talked about a little bit before the game in our conversations, Dave, the game is being played under lights, which really in high school baseball doesn't happen very often at this time of season.
Yeah, usually, I doubt if either team has played a game under the lights, and it's a tough spot to put it in a tournament there. And St. Henry talked about how good of a defensive team they are, and they've had 2 big errors in this inning counted for these 2 runs.
Grant Selby at the plate. He'll take a fastball a little bit low after Coach John Dorner's visit to the mound to talk to Riley Deitch. Runner at second base is Blickel. Pace slows down considerably as Deitch will step out, and there's a pause at the plate as well.
You talked about the sacrifice that Overman did with 1 out. By doing that, he got 1 more run. That error would have got 1 run in, but that got a 2nd run in by doing that sacrifice bunt. Give credit to New Bremen. They've made the hard plays. They've hit the balls hard. The ball that was aired at short was a hard hit ball, and they've made hard hit balls to right field. The right fielder had to move for it. You put the ball in play, you make the other team make plays, and St. Henry has not been able to do that here in this inning.
So very true. The ball in play, and Cardinals now lead 3-0. Trying to get to the district finals, facing their rival, the Minster Wildcats. There's the pickoff at second. They got him. Nice move by Deitch. And Blickel took that fatal step for the 3rd out. After 4.5 innings of play, our score, New Bremen 3, St. Henry nothing. We'll return right after this.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
Back here at Coldwater in the district semifinals, New Bremen and St. Henry, a pair of MAC teams battling it out. Cardinals with the upper hand as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Cardinals with that 3-0 lead. As Mark Seifring steps into the plate. Ground ball, Overman plays it back over to first. What a nice play, and I'll tell you, Tyler Overman is putting on a show at third base and defense. He played that ball perfectly, Dave.
Yes, he did. Sometimes people say, oh, you got to charge. Well, that time you got to be smart about it. He started to charge and realized if I charge, it's an in-between hop. He backed it off a little bit, trusted his arm, and got the good hop and fired it over. That's 4 straight outs he's assisted on from third base.
And 5 ground balls for the game, too. Wow. Swing and a miss by Andrew Lange. Steps in for the Redskins, number 5.
And if you're St. Henry, you want to do something to break the momentum that New Bremen got with those 2 runs in the top of the inning. But you start off with get that first out if you're New Bremen. That just keeps St. Henry from getting any momentum.
Here comes the pitch from Alec. He'll foul it off to the right side. Count goes to 2 strikes.
Alec has only struck out 1 batter. That was when Dehan tried to bunt. He has not walked a batter. He's done the important thing, though. He throws strikes.
Here comes the 2-strike pitch. Strike 3. Out number 2. And boy, I'll tell you, Alec's being very efficient on his pitches.
He has a nice delivery. He doesn't have a lot of extra movement. Very controlled under it. Balance. Pitching is all out balance. You can keep your balance, and he does that and has his release point. Doing a nice job so far here tonight.
Retired the last 5 batters as Busher steps in. Fly ball over the right fielder's head. Center fielder will pick it up and they'll hold him to a single. The Cardinals tossing the ball around, and that's going to cost them dearly. And a runner goes to third base as Busher. We'll give him
probably a hit and an error on that.
I'll give him a single.
Yeah, an error. They're going to give him 1 error. You could probably give 2 errors on this.
2 errors.
They're going to give 2 errors because 1 error, when the throw came in, it got by the fielders, allowed Busher to go to second. Then they threw back to second and got to third. So each error got them to go another spot.
Error on the throw to second, and then another error on the throw back to second. Looked like it was going to be a good defensive play as Blickel got over, held Busher to only a single and what we thought would probably be a double, but then they tossed the ball around a little bit. A couple of errors hurt the Cardinals' cause.
But it all comes down to what happens here. Dehan, the number 9 batter, if he can come through here. You know, that was just a hit by Busher. They were playing the right fielder in, and he just burned him. But at one point, it looked like it was going to be a single. And see what Dehan can do.
Dehan at the plate. Ball's going to be outside. Alec just needs to focus on the batter. He's got a 3-0 lead. He's got 2 outs.
And that's the first hit St. Henry has had that's been out of the infield. The other 2 are infield hits.
Dehan, the center fielder for St. Henry, takes a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. There you see the runner down the line at third base for St. Henry. Busher, he'll deliver, or rather Alec delivers. That just misses.
Just missed on the outside. Mostly a right-handed lineup. I think Layfeld's the only left-handed batter in this lineup for St. Henry.
2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, pitch is inside. So the number 9 hitter in the St. Henry lineup has got a 3-1 count. We've got 2 outs.
I'd say this is probably a take here on a 3-1. Just say the number 9 batter. See if Alec can come here with the strike.
Alec set, and he's going to miss. Now St. Henry does have a threat. Runners at first and third, leadoff batter, and their top hitter, Jay Kanapke, comes to the plate. And we've got a visit to the mound. New Bremen coach Chad Wells will make a visit. We'll remind everyone that tonight's game is sponsored by Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, servicing communities for over 95 years, Grand Lake Health, Clope Building Products, America's favorite garage door, Moran's Refrigeration, your appliance expert serving Northwest Ohio for over 70 years, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank Financial Solutions for a lifetime, Schwiedemann Pharmacy, pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta, New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture. All bring you tonight's game between New Bremen and St. Henry. And on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard, New Bremen 3, St. Henry 0, but the Redskins are threatening, Dave.
First walk of the game by either pitcher brings up the top of the order for the Redskins, but 2 outs, first and third. And this is an opportunity for the Redskins to see if they can come through.
Kanapke, ground out to third base, and then a fielder's choice to the shortstop in his 2 plate appearances.
I don't think you're going to see Dehan do anything at first base. You got a good hitter at the plate. I think they're going to let it in his hands.
Line drive, right field, base hit. 1 run in. Dehan's going to third base. It's cut off in the infield by Hayes, and the Redskins are on the board.
Kanapke rips it into right field as New Bremen. I think that's an unearned run at this point here. And that there's a couple of errors, let that runner get all the way over to third base, allowed to run and let a little bit of opening and see if St. Henry can keep it going. They've got their number 2 batter, Froning, now.
Froning, a .343 hitter, steps to the plate. Redskins can climb right back into this one with a base hit here. 3-1 our score on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Alec facing really the first threat of the game for him. Redskins now have 4 hits on the night. First pitch is a ball. I tell you, Dehan did not hesitate at all going first to third.
Yes, and the other thing is Alex seems like he's been a little bit rattled ever since those errors. He hasn't, I think he tried too hard to get strikes on Dehan, and he just lost his rhythm a little bit. Now it's a 2-0 pitch coming to Froning.
Checks his runner. Here comes the pitch. Count is going to go to 3-0.
3-0, and this is definitely a take sign here for Froning. You do have the lefty on deck and Layfelt, so if Alec likes the lefty on lefty matchup, but I think Alec would prefer a strike right here.
There you see Sam Layfelt in the on deck circle. Payoff pitch. That's going to be a strike.
Froning taken all the way, and maybe Alec can use that. And they had good delivery and a strike to build onto this pitch. 3-1. Froning can be picky in that. He'll look for a pitch in his zone that he likes. Otherwise, he'll let it go.
3-1 the count. That's a strike as well. And Alec regaining his control. So now we've got a full count. Now we have a payoff pitch.
Runner on first
is going to be going. Yep.
That was a tough pitch. That was a curveball for a big strike there by Alec.
Froning digs in. Alec's pitch. Line drive, center field. It's going to be a base hit. 1 run scores. The runner will go to third. Here comes the throw. Not in time, and Froning will go to second.
2 clutch hits by the top of the order for the Redskins. First Kanapke, now Froning on a big 3-2 pitch. And all of a sudden, going into this inning, New Bremen had 2 outs. And it's amazing how things can change in a hurry. And right now, Coach Wells is going to go out to talk to the umpire. He's going to question. That was a close play at third.
That was one heck of a throw out there. And
yeah,
it was a bang-bang call at third. It was not. He did not make it easily into third base.
Kanapke was running with the pitch, and he came around second. He hesitated just a tad and looked back, and the throw came in there by Blickel. It was a nice throw, and Wells isn't putting up a big show. He's just saying what happened, what did there. So now
let's
2
take
runs
a look
in.
at it.
Yeah. Here's the
look
throw.
At that. Great throw.
On a bounce. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Well, you see his right foot is coming in. I think he's tagging his left foot.
Oh, my.
Let's send it to New York.
Let's go to New York. We'll have about 6 minutes on that one. Replay brought to you by Winners Quality Meats. Boy, what a great replay. Good job, guys. So it's a 3-2 game. Bottom of the 5th. Runners at second and third. Alec trying to reach from deep within himself as he's facing Sam Layfeld, a left-handed batter, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Last time Layfeld tried to put it down and then had a weak ground ball. See if he can do the same thing here.
Inside pitch, and boy, that was on his fist and fouled away. And Alec is up 2 strikes. Boy, you're so right. He got 2 outs in this inning, and all the problems have incurred after that.
2 outs and nobody on, and then you had the hit by Bush to right field. They threw it around for a couple errors, and then Redskins scored 2 from them. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Let's see what happens. Layfeld will take it outside, right? Whoa, there's a deep breath from the folks here at Coldwater Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still 1-2. You're Spencer Alec. It's in your favor. It's a lefty. I'm still in control of this at bat here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. It's been quite an inning. Let's see if Alec can get out of it. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. Another foul ball. He's making him work.
Layfeld has really an inside-out swing. I think it's kind of the defense, especially against a left-handed batter. It's really going to be a left-handed pitcher. It's really hard to pull it. He's not trying to overswing. He just wants to punch one into the outfield.
Alec's going to keep it inside on him. Let's see what the pitch is from Spencer Alec. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, or foul at the plate.
It looked like he just got just a piece of that.
Sam Layfeld stays alive.
This is one of these bats that, a term that's coming to use the last several years. It's a quality at bat. Yeah, you want to have a hit, but nothing else. You're making him work, and you're battling here. Obviously, if you're Layfeld, you want to hit. He is making Alec work.
Cardinals want to get out of this inning and just get to the bench. Fastball outside.
I think that was a little bit of a setup. He's been inside. He's like, let's go outside. He went outside on the first ball that just missed. I think I'm with you. I think he's going to come in on his hands here.
High and inside.
Yep.
A good pitch. Let's see. Alec. Count is 2-2.
Got him.
Strike 3.
Good pitch there by Alec. A off-speed pitch. Inside at the knees, strike 3.
Beautiful pitch by Spencer Alec. Redskins pick up 2 runs in the bottom of the inning. Our score, New Bremen 3, St. Henry 2. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
DSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Spencer Allig with the near perfect pitch to get out of that jam in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Cardinals. They were looking at 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. And now, thank goodness, the Cardinals get to the dugout. Let's see what they can do. Grant Selby will lead it off. Top of the order, that's right. Blickel was picked off of second. Ground ball right side. Layfeld will have it. Underhands it to Deitch, and it's a 3-1 put out, the first out of the inning.
You know, after all that 5th inning there, it was 1-0 going into the inning. Neither team played very good defense. The end result at the end of the inning, it's a 1-run margin for New Bremen.
It's tight. There you see Riley Deitch. Nice shot of him as he delivers to the plate. Hit well. It's going to be in the gap. Tankman, he'll scoot into second base with a double.
First extra base hit that we've had tonight.
In.
Nice cut there as Tankman with his second hit of the night. He hit a nice one into the gapper.
So now the Cardinals will try and threaten here in the top of the 6th inning.
Looks like we'll have a pinch runner there. It looks like it's number 1. Wyatt Dickey, sophomore. A run for Tankman. So he gets a nice hand from the New Bremen fans. And the harder their order coming up, you got Hayes now, number 3 batter, and your number 4, Berkey after that.
Mitchell Hayes grips his bat and digs in. Runner at second base, 1 out. 1-run ball game. This time Dickey at second base wisely goes back to the bag.
I'm guessing that Dickey played mostly JV, and I'm always a little nervous when you have a JV player playing in a tournament varsity game. You know, they're a little nervous. And
line drive, left field, foul ball. Hayes hit it well, but it's foul by a couple of feet down that left field line. And boy, if that had been a fair ball, they'd have been running.
See, mostly the early part of the game, New Bremen was making contacts and hitting hard ground balls. Now it seems like they're getting some lift. They're getting it into the outfield there. And yeah, about 3 feet to the right, and that would have been extra bases and a run.
Deitch checks his runner. Ball's going to be outside. One the count, 1 out. Runner at second base, and Wyatt Dickey swing and a miss. They're going to try to throw it to second, and it hits Dickey in the foot.
And Deitch is going to Busher's like, no, don't do that. It's like,
I don't want to do that.
You know, he's thinking sometime that play you have to be firing that ball, and he has to have a big lead off. Sometimes you don't want to risk a play you don't have a chance at, I think is what Deitch is kind of saying by saying don't do that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Second out.
Maybe Deitch is saying, I'll handle it myself there as he gets a big strikeout there.
And he did handle it himself. That's out number 2, and Ryan Berkey will step to the plate. Cardinals first baseman.
Fourth strikeout of the night by Deitch. Berkey's 0 for 2 in the night, struck out and grounded out to third base.
Got 21 RBIs on this season. Cardinal fans would love to see number 22 here at this at bat. Justin Tankman started the inning with a double to right center. There's a liner over Froning's head. Here comes Dickey. He's coming to the plate, and he'll score. Ryan Berkey's 22nd RBI of the season is a big one. And I tell you what, the Redskins might have had a play at the plate, a better play at the plate, but they kind of botched the cutoff up there.
They didn't, the outfielder didn't throw it all the way in. They threw it into the shortstop.
And then the shortstop saw that there was time to make the throw, and it was short center.
Usually it was a play you want to throw it in that the first baseman has to cut it off, but Dehan not able to do that, and give Ryan Berkey a credit on a big RBI single.
4-2 our score. Ground ball right side and just foul.
Been impressed with the hitting for New Bremen. They've had quality at-bats, hard outs. They made St. Henry work for everything. Now they're getting to seem like the third time through the lineup. They're zeroing in a little bit better on Deitch. You know, the analytics these days in Major League Baseball says that the third time through the lineup, it's time to get the pitcher out. And I don't think St. Henry's going to do that, but
takes a duck there as it's a high fastball.
This is the third time they're seeing Deitch, and they're timing him up a little better. Of course, high school baseball is not like Major League pitching where you have a whole fleet of bullpen relievers to bring in. You're going to ride with Deitch, who's been your money guy all year long.
Here comes the pitch. Fouled over to the right side. Over the stands and behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ryan Berkey at second base.
It's a big run for New Bremen to get back after they gave up 2 to St. Henry in the bottom of the inning.
Definitely stops that St. Henry momentum that we had seen in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Good block by Busher there. Berkey stays on second base.
Wells digs in. Here comes the pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. They're going to send a runner. Now they'll hold him as the throw goes into third, but it's a base hit. Berkey goes to third. Wells with a base hit.
Another solid hit there. That time Tiemann was on it. Berkey not able to score from second base, and
yeah, that ball went to left field in a hurry, and Tiemann made a good play, got it back into the third baseman Lange. It'll be a pinch runner for
I saw 44
Cardinals?
or 24. I'm not yet for the Cardinals.
Looks like
Must be 24. Would be Jackson Terpstra, senior.
He'll be at first base. Terpstra. John Dorner will make the long walk to the mound. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, or top of the 6th, excuse me. Dorner on the mound.
This is a tough call. Deitch has been just money all year long. He's been their ace of the staff, but at the same time, New Bremen's hitting him. He's hitting him better, and it looks like there's going to be a pitching change here. I think they're going to bring in Layfelt, who threw maybe his first baseman's mitt in. We'll check here.
That may be it. In the meantime, our score, New Bremen 4, St. Henry 2. There you see Coach Dorner for St. Henry. Just want to make sure they make a pitching change before I go to break.
Yeah, it looks like Layfelt's going to come. Well, let me see. Layfelt's going to come in to pitch. Deitch is going to go to right field. Seifrin will go into first base.
So we've got a break in the action. Our score, New Bremen 4, St. Henry 2. We'll be back right after this.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Sam Layfeld on the mound for St. Henry. Sam has pitched in 40 innings this season, started 6 games, got a very nice record of 6-0. Struck out 46 in those 40 innings, only walked 18, and his ERA only .525, and has 46 strikeouts in those 40 innings. So Layfeld onto the mound. The big lefty will face Zach Bertke.
Layfeld primarily a starting pitcher. This is just his second relief appearance. I think this is a good move by Coach Dorner. You know, Deitch has been your horse, but just needed to change something up as the Cardinals are timing him up. And if you're the Redskins, you got to keep the damage to just one run here.
4-2, New Bremen with that lead. Runners at first and third for the Cardinals, and Zach Bertke, Cardinals left fielder, at the plate. Slow grounder right side, and picked up there.
Again, the defensive changes. Seifring now moves from right field to first base. Deitch goes from pitcher to right field, and then Layfeld gets a regular mitt as he's now pitching.
Here comes the second pitch from Layfeld, and that's a strike.
It's not a bad matchup either when you got lefty versus lefty here. You don't think a lot about that in high school, situationals like that, but right now Layfeld has Berkey in an 0-2 hole.
Looking to get that third out.
As a runner from first takes off, he tries to get in a rundown, and they'll try to break for home.
Here comes the throw home, but the runner's going to go to second, back to third, and everybody's safe.
And that's
so it ends up a stolen base.
In a way, both teams executed that right. New Bremen wants to get in a rundown and try to get their run home. St. Henry, what they don't want is have the run score, and so they made sure they didn't score. The runners on second, so be it.
Very close to a balk, though, by Layfeld.
Yeah, that's the other thing you're trying to do.
Home with the ball.
Because it's unusual. You're trying to make something like that happen. He gets in a balk, and you get the run home. So you see that play happen a lot with 2 outs, especially with 2 strikes. You'll see that happen. And Coach Wells, he's been coaching several places for a lot of years. He knows all the different things, and he executed. He got another runner second base, so a base hit could score 2 here.
Layfeld out of the stretch. And the delivery. Foul at the plate, just barely. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Layfeld trying to end this New Bremen rally.
Layfeld could pitch from the windup here. He's got runners on second and third, but chooses to stay in the stretch.
Peers in at Busher as catcher. Pitch a little bit low.
Layfeld could afford to waste that there. Still only 1 and 2. You have first base open.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 4-2 in the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. New Bremen with the lead.
Just missed there.
Count is even at 2-2.
This is where you want the pitch. You don't want to get to 3-2. Usually pitchers will try to get them out at the 2-2.
Oh. Curveball. Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch. Good off speed.
New Bremen comes up with a big insurance run. And our score, after 5.5 innings of play, the score, New Bremen 4, St. Henry 2. We'll be back right after this.
Hi,
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
St. Henry down by 2 runs. They'll come to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it'll be Deitch, Tiemann, and Seifring. There we go. Now we have lights back here. We're not used to night games.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
4, 5, and 6. I think it's our first night game here on NKTelco Sports, baseball-wise at least.
Deitch at the plate. He'll foul it off as Allig delivers, and he's up a strike.
4, 5, and 6 for the Redskins here in this inning. And they'll try to get that run back that was given up in the top of the 6th inning. It's only 2 more at-bats for the Redskins.
Deitch ground out to second and to third. He'll tap one towards third, and that'll go foul, and Overman will pick it up, toss it back to Allig.
St. Henry's been to this district a lot lately. They've been to this district 7 of 8 years, but they've been a little bit snake bit. They have not advanced in those 6 previous trips out of this district. They had one game they lost. Somebody lost one in the lights. Had some very good teams. Last year, the number 1 seeded team ran into a hot Minster team. Right now, they're down 2 with 2 at-bats to go.
Allig's pitch lined right at the first baseman, and Berkey makes the catch. And first out of the bottom of the 6th for the Redskins. That brings Ethan Tiemann to the plate. Left fielder grounded into an unassisted double play and also grounded out to Overman at third base. Fouled to the backstop. When's the last time New Bremen has made it to the district finals?
I looked it up. They didn't come here. They weren't in district until 2009, and I think they lost the first game there. So I do not know. I didn't research any further.
We're going back a long time.
They had some decent teams there, but not able to get through district. Of course, this district is Minster and Crestview, and then Fort Recovery had their run in there too. Some very good teams. It's a very tough district, as you all know.
Oh yeah, this is as good a baseball as you can find. Here comes the delivery, and it's, oh my. That's the New Bremen crowd oohing and eyeing on that one.
You have New Bremen's number 12 rank, St. Henry number 7 rank in state, and the number 2 rank in the first game got beat, and nobody's that shocked about it because it was Minster, who's always pretty good. So.
And the Wildcats are on a roll now, just as tournament time rolls around.
And we talked about New Bremen has won 7 in a row. Last time they've lost was back to Coldwater, I think at this field on May 2nd. I'm not positive it was here or at New Bremen. But you always want to play your best baseball when it counts the most in tournament.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Allig. A little bit outside.
And this is the point. We talked about one of the keys of New Bremen playing with confidence. They haven't been here very often in big games. And play with the confidence. They're a good team and make the plays when they need it. And so far, other than those couple errors before, they have.
Fastball is a little bit high, and the count runs full. Yeah, they had the 2 errors on the 1 play, and outside of that, they played pretty solid baseball.
They had that 1 pop-up over first base early in the game, but it really didn't hurt them.
It was a foul. That was kind of an unusual play, but Yeah, 3 errors on the night for the Cardinals. Redskins have 2. And
Teeman battled Alec earlier. There was a run on third base earlier, and Alec won that on a ground out to third.
Full count pitch, base hit, left field, down the line. Over quickly, Bertkey, he'll get it back into the infield. So it's a base hit for Teeman. That'll be the Redskins' 6th hit of the night. Mark Seifring will step to the plate.
6th hit for St. Henry. They haven't had a lot of chances. They've only stranded 4 runners, so it's not like they've had a whole bunch of. They put together 2 runs last inning.
Pitch is outside. There you see Spencer Allig. Nice shot of Spencer. Seifring, number 10. Wells, the catcher. There's a strike. You can see it cross the plate.
Alec, just a junior. He's pitched a good ball game tonight. Just needs 5 more outs.
4-2. New Bremen with the lead. Seifring will foul it out of play on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Talked about what can happen in tournament. What about Rushi knocking off Fort Laramie the other night?
I saw a replay of that. How would you like to be Fort Laramie? You're 21-0 or 22-0, whatever it was. Just on an absolute roll the whole season. I saw on social media, I saw the replay of that 1 run that Rushi scored. That was pretty wild in the 10th inning, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
What a heartbreaking loss for Fort Laramie, but yet what a great win
for Rushi. What a great win for Rushi. And that's as big a rivalry as anything in Ohio high school. And,
yeah, of course, Rushi, well, both teams is incredible baseball programs. A little bit low. I think Alec liked that one.
Yeah, he liked that one. A little bit low. I don't know if he asked the ump where that was at. I think that was definitely low. And now 3-2. And
Mark Seifring, like you said earlier, Dave, he's filled out. He's a big kid. That would have been hard for him to hit, I think. But anyway, Seifring digs in. Full count pitch in the air. Down the line, third baseman Overman is there, and he'll make the catch.
Good job by Alec. He losing a little bit of his rhythm there, but he battled through that at-bat and got the out there of Seifring.
Nice play by Overman again, under the lights. Difficult play down the line. Second out, and that means Andrew Lange will step to the plate. Third baseman for the Redskins. He's number 14. Teeman will take the lead at first base. That's a strike.
Every one of these batters are big. Lange's the number 7 batter. If you can retire him, if you're Alec, then you'll have the last inning. You'd have the 8-9. You don't want to get through this bottom of the order and then have the top of the order to face with.
Yeah, this is your very good observation, Dave. He wants to get this guy out because that leaves the 2 at the bottom of the order before he goes back up.
And St. Henry's lineup isn't as balanced as what New Bremen is. There's more top-heavy than what New Bremen is. And right now, an 0-2 count Alec has on Lange.
Here comes the pitch. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alec hoping he would chase that one.
Wasted one, and at this point he's going to come in. Pitch he likes here.
Alec checks his runner. Here he comes, and he'll foul it away.
Alec has only struck out 3 on the evening. Only walked 1. Right now he's
Alec peers in at his catcher Wells for the sign. Checks his runner. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Alec picks up a big strikeout. And that means after 6 full innings of play, our score New Bremen 4, St. Henry 2. We'll be back with inning number 7 right after this.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialists will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here at Coldwater, district semifinals, we move to the top of the 7th inning. Nice crowd on hand here in Coldwater, and interesting move by St. Henry coach John Dorner. He will bring Riley Deitch back into the game.
Yeah, Leifeld got the big out on a lefty on lefty, and he brings back his ace, Deitch, and you know, Coach Dorner has won 544 more high school games than what I have, so he knows what he's doing.
Well, he's lefty on lefty, and it worked.
And it worked, and now he's going back to the bottom 3 of the order. He thinks that Deitch can probably get through here.
Deitch will throw a strike. And Deitch has pitched a decent game to begin with, so.
Yeah, New Bremen strung a few hits on him. Had that one inning where there's a couple errors. He's given up 4 runs, but 2 of those are unearned. Back in the 5th inning, had all those errors. A couple errors on St. Henry.
Vandahar at the plate. He's been a thorn in the St. Henry side. 2 for 2 tonight. That's a strike.
And if you're Coach Wells, I'm sure the message was, don't be satisfied with a 2-run lead. Stay hungry. You can never get enough lead in a tournament here, especially one that's turned back and forth a few times.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch outside. Vandahar, he scored 2 runs, singled twice. Very productive night as the designated hitter for the Cardinals.
Cardinals number 3 seed. They finished 3rd in the MAC at 6-3. St. Henry, the number 2 seed. They also finished 2nd in the MAC, 1 game behind Coldwater. Coldwater beat them like 4-2 early in the season to make the difference. Vandahar did a nice job of just staying off that one.
I think they're ball loose in the backstop, but yeah, he held up on that one somehow.
Looks like they have somebody warming up in the New Bremen bullpen.
A little tough for us to see.
Yeah, I think it's probably a precaution in case Alec gets into trouble.
Ground ball. Froning. Over to Leifeld. 6-3, and it's the first out of the inning. And Tyler Overman will step in to the batter's box. He had a sacrifice in the 3rd. And
sacrifice in the 5th.
Sacrifice in the 5th, yeah.
That one of them was both of those ones that he sacrificed allowed Vandahar to score. Remember, one of those, that second one he did was with 1 out, and they scored on the ball that was dropped in right field.
Deitch comes home with a strike. Curveball just a little bit high. Count is even at 1-1. Inside and high, and
Busher throws it over Deitch's head.
He's trying to get the guy going to second, Dave.
I think he had him.
He had him, yeah. Got a timeout.
Coach Dorner's very animated talking to the home plate umpire.
Got a discussion between St. Henry coach John Dorner and the home plate umpire.
I think he's unhappy with
Makes
how that
his
ball,
point.
ball got loose from the Bremen bullpen. I don't know if it happened more than once. I don't know if there's any type of warning you could do with that, or I don't think there's any type of penalty. I think Coach Dorner just wasn't happy. I don't know the exact rules if there are any there.
Yeah, they're warming a pitcher up, so they have
one or two of them.
Have someone standing behind the bullpen catcher, so the ball doesn't hit there. You take a look at it. There's two of them warming up.
Yeah, but they're protecting the catcher in case a ball gets hit there. They're not trying to stop a ball.
No, but I think what he's saying is that person that's standing in front of him is too far out onto the field.
Oh, I see.
He was standing in the coach's box right next to the first base coach.
I'll defer to Coach Dorner on that.
Popped up, straight up. Busher, is he going to have a play? How about that?
He hung on to it. Good job.
That's a tough play. Young man hung in there and makes the catch.
We talked about that before. They not able to get that, how the ball always goes back in, and he just got back in time, and good thing he's probably about 6'2", and he needed all that height on that one.
That's hard, especially it's nighttime. Hard to find the ball. That's the second out of the inning. That brings Bryce Blickel, who really started everything earlier, but he pops it up to the right side. Second baseman will have it. We're going to the bottom of the seventh. And our score, New Bremen 4, St. Henry 2. We'll be back right after this.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
St. Henry will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Their final, what could be their final 3 outs of the season. And on the mound, Spencer Allig.
I think Coach Wells putting it in his hand. He had people warming up, but what he's doing there is probably if you want to bring somebody in, those players are on the field, so they don't have a time to warm up. So the only time is in between innings, and that's one of the things at high school baseball. And
that's very correct, yes.
So Kent Busher will start us off here for the Redskins.
And Busher is, what, 2 for 2?
Yeah, you're right.
Got to watch those number 8 hitters tonight. Busher steps to the plate, and he'll take a fastball strike from Spencer Allig.
They've always had a rule of thumb, if you're a team that's behind, your leadoff guy has to get on. I know you can do it without it, but it sure seems like more often than not you need that leadoff. And if you're Spencer Allig, you want to get that first guy out.
Allig deals it. Ooh. Just misses that time.
Good off-speed pitch. Just couldn't get the break quite far enough over. The umpire has been very consistent with his calls. He's done a nice job behind the plate.
Swing and a miss. I think it's 1 ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kent Busher, the Redskins catcher. Outside, count goes even at 2-2. Both teams with 6 hits so far here tonight. lined into the seats down the left field line.
It's like Alec has not come inside that many times. When he does, he makes sure he gets it well inside that when they turn on it, it'll be foul, and it's just a harmless strike.
2-2 the count. Alec's pitch. Close. That'll make it a full count.
Of course, all the New Bremen fans thought it was a strike. All the St. Henry fans thought it was a little bit outside.
Foot outside,
yeah. It's.
It wasn't a foot outside.
I'll just say it was close.
It was close. Hard one not to swing at, to be honest. Fastball. Full count.
I don't think
Busher
anybody
digs in. That's ball 4, and Busher does his job just like he said. Works that walk to start the inning, which pushes us deeper into the top of the batting order for St. Henry.
Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here. Isaac Ontrop will hit for Dehan. He's a catcher. He's caught a bit early in the season. So Ontrop,
number 24,
junior. Seifert at first base. I'm sorry, Busher at first base. He works.
There's a good shot of Ontrop, who digs in. Big guy. Nobody out, runner at first. New Bremen with a 2-run lead. Bottom of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss.
After this batter, you got the top of the order coming up for St. Henry. So this is it's good to face the bottom of the order, but you have to get them out if you're New Bremen. Otherwise, you're going to have runners on with the top of the order coming up.
Runner with a very short lead. Second pitch is a strike. Ontrop is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes against Alec.
Nice pitch. Alec has come up with clutch pitches all night long.
He mixes the pitches up speed-wise and curveballs, fastballs. Just a nice selection. Smart pitcher. He's going to talk to his catcher, Patrick Wells, on the 2-strike pitch.
At this point, you want to make sure you're on the same page. Runner on first base. If you're the defense for New Bremen, he's important, but not that important. The big player is the one on there. So if you have to make a play, get the play at first base. Of course, get the force if you can. The guy on first does not mean that much as the next runner.
That second base runner that you get, that's the one that you'll have to watch. Alec. Plateward. Strike 3 called.
Nice pitching there by Alec. Worked that outside corner, mixed it up curveball, and nails it there for his 5th strikeout. That might be the most important strikeout of the night.
Bounces back from that leadoff walk to Busher. Now Jake Kanapke, solid hitter for the Redskins, 397 on the season. Hits one, pops it up first base, or third base rather. And Overman has it, and boy, Jay just missed that one.
He got it in on his hands, and I hit it off the handle of the bat. Didn't get the barrel on it, and Overman there, and the Cardinals down to the last out. Like you say, the first time to go to the district final in a long time.
We'll send you back to the history books, I guess. The delivery, he'll take it. It's a strike.
And I believe New Bremen was in the district in 2009. I don't think they advanced to the final that year, so it's at least 10 years ago since they've been at this point. The Cardinal fans can feel it.
Froning, he'll take it. Boy. Count evens at 1-1.
Boy, and Alex missing. He's not missing by much.
I know every pitch is close. Definitely in control here in the bottom of the 7th. Outside and just a little bit low.
He's not an overpowering pitcher. He hits his spots. Like you said, he mixes it up speed-wise, but he can come in when he needs to, and now a 2-1 count.
Hard pitches to stay off of if you're a hitter. That's a strike, 2-2.
Nice curveball, just got it in to catch the outside corner, and down to one more strike here.
There you see Spencer Allig. Shakes his, nods to his catcher. I was going to say he shook him off, but here comes the delivery. Just outside, and the count will go full.
Ooh, Froning, he leaned over there, had a good eye on it. He seemed pretty confident that was a ball.
As long as the umpire agrees with it, you're in business.
He did. So now
full
3-2.
count pitch. What do you think, Dave?
Runner be moving from first base. I don't know. He trusts his curveball. I think he could come with that again.
Let's see what happens. He'll throw it to first.
There's the runner on first base. Busher can take off as soon as he delivers, and sometimes they get a little eager, and you can get a pick off there. So
Busher's not very far off the base at first, about 2 steps. Berkey holds him. Payoff pitch. Ground ball. Back to the mound. Alec fields it. Throw. Got him. Cardinals go to the district finals. They'll face Minster on Friday. Big win for the Cardinal program. They go to 21-5, and we'll be back to recap tonight's New Bremen win right after this.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
Trust us! NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us! New Bremen will advance to the district finals on Friday against rival Minster as the Cardinals come up with a big 4-2 win over St. Henry in action here at Coldwater. And let's take a look at our player of the game. That's a great place to start, I think. Player of the game, of course, brought to you by NKTelco. And that is Spencer Allig. And Dave, Spencer put on quite a performance here.
You know, he's the ace of the staff, and he showed what it is to be the ace in a tough play game. A lot of tough pitches he came through. Clutch pitches, he made them as he needed to. Only gave up 1 earned run out of the 2. 5 strikeouts, only 2 walks, scattered 6 hits. Came through anytime you needed to. You knew that Coach Wells was going to ride him, and that was a good decision there as Coach Spencer Alec. Great game to advance his Cardinals to the district final.
4-2 win, and the Cardinals will move on, as we said, and play Minster. And we'll have to take a look at a little bit of the numbers, Dave, for tonight's game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, some of the hitting players. You have Justin Tankman had a couple hits. Aaron Bondahar a couple hits. Ryan Berkey had an RBI. And Bryce Blickel had an RBI. And don't forget about Tyler Overman in third base. He had a whole slew of them. Great slew of them. And, you know, those are the plays. You make plays. That doesn't get the leadoff batter on. And overall, other than that 1 inning where they threw the ball around, Bremen played a nice, solid game, played fundamental, and they hit a very good pitcher in Riley Deitch. They made contact, forced St. Henry to make plays, and Bremen made more plays than what St. Henry did as the Cardinals advanced to the district final.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for bringing you tonight's game between New Bremen and St. Henry. Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, servicing communities for over 95 years, Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, Moran's Refrigeration, your appliance expert, serving Northwest Ohio for over 70 years, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime, Schwederman Pharmacy, pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta, New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Minster Dental Care, and Francis Furniture, all bringing you tonight's game between New Bremen and St. Henry. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity softball on NKTelco Channel 3, varsity baseball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Friday, May 24th at 8:30, and Sunday, May 26th at 3:30 p.m. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. Our crew here tonight, our director Scott Robinson, his assistant director Dean Jackson. On the cameras tonight, Bryce Hamrick and Tyler Wolf. I'm Dave Helmstead, and alongside me tonight, Dave Kanapke. Our final score from Coldwater in the district semifinals. Cardinals move on. New Bremen 4, St. Henry 2.